Hello, I am King Mac, and I'd like to thank you all for watching this feature presentation on YouTube. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger with some french fries and a nice soft drink. Thank you for watching, and now here is our feature presentation of TTBurger Game Reviews on YouTube.
Hello my fellow YouTubers, hope you're all doing well today. Welcome back to more TTBurger Game Reviews here on YouTube. I'm your host Tony. We're continuing my Mortal Kombat Reboot series review. We're at the final part here, episode 197, part 3 of 3. Inching closer to that 200th episode, so I have something special planned for y'all for that episode when it comes out. And before I get started here, I want to give a shout out to Free Green HD and Sub-Zero Eminence King Mac. Keep up the good work, you guys are awesome. Looking forward to more content on your channel. And we have a lot to talk about. We dive into the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 era of Mortal Kombat here today. But before I get started here, those you missed what happened in episode 197, part 2 of 3 of the Mortal Kombat Reboot series review, let's go to our fresh TTBurger grill and take this nice, hot and fresh TTBurger recap off the grill and put it on the table to cool here to show y'all what you missed. And I took a look at Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat XL, for the PlayStation 4 and gave it a 9 out of 10 because of some problems I had with it with the microtransactions and loot boxes and stuff, and just like a couple other things I had a problem with it, but it's still a fun game overall and definitely one of the best Mortal Kombat games ever made. So definitely pick it up. I definitely recommend the XL version because the microtransactions, loot box, and locked DLC, there's a lot of it there, so just be warned there. But now we're going to zoom ahead to the years 2019 and year 2020, wherever year you want to look at it there. And as you take a look at the final game in the Mortal Kombat franchise, here, the reboot franchise here that we have. And we got it right here. It is Mortal Kombat 11, or Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Released April 23rd, the regular version of Mortal Kombat 11, released on April 23rd, 2019. And then Mortal Kombat 11 was released on November 17th, 2020. I'll be looking at the PlayStation 4 version because I don't own a PlayStation 5 and I'm not getting a PS5 anytime soon. I'm looking at the Ultimate Edition because you'll find out why. The same reason as last time with the locked DLC and all the microtransaction loot boxes and stuff. That's why I did that there. Now, Mortal Kombat 11 is a great game and basically wraps up the Mortal Kombat Reboot trilogy and goes out with a bang, and a good one at that. But I will admit that Mortal Kombat X was better. But this game here is still a great game. It should not be overlooked though. But in the end, I just wish the game was a little more polished and had a little more time to work on some of the problems I had with it. We have more characters, tons of characters, even more guest stars like characters like Joker from Batman. We have RoboCop, Sylvester Stallone as Rambo, Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator. We have Spawn and more. It's very cool to play as these actors' characters, definitely, because last time we had Alien and Predator and all of them, and here we got these characters there. So it's definitely really cool to especially to see them pit up against each other and stuff. And you can also have play characters like Frost, who hasn't been playable since Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and we have Scarlet from Mortal Kombat Bad 9, who was DLC, along with Sonya Blade, Cassie Cage, Johnny Cage, and more, and Raiden, and Kung Lao, and stuff like that. And a lot of the characters that you couldn't play as, you can play as here. Even Queen Sindel and stuff too. And tons of blood and gore and fatalities, and lots of modes with a great story, and just a lot of the Towers of Time mode too and stuff, and just a great package here. But be warned, microtransaction loot boxes are here once again, so you're going to be padding to get all that stuff there. But let's get started here. The story is broken up into two parts in the Mortal Kombat Ultimate. We have the original story, which was in the original version of Mortal Kombat 11. Then we have the Aftermath story, which takes place afterwards. The story here is okay. There are some problems ahead, which I'll talk about here in a sec. The story takes place after Mortal Kombat X, where Shinnok has been defeated. Raiden, the God of Thunder, was corrupted and turned dark and stuff because of the Jinsei. And Raiden decapacitates Shinnok and teleports away and tells them of what's going on now. And then we learn of a new villain who's called Kronika, Shinnok's mother, who wants to change the balance of time for revenge and to take over the world, I guess, just like a Dagon from Mortal Kombat Armageddon. And while this happens, we actually get to see past versions of key characters that we know and love, like Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Nightwolf, Cabal, Sonya Blade, which I'm a little spoiler. She does die in the beginning of the story, a past Johnny Cage, and we see Queen Sindel, Shao Kahn, and all that stuff. And the aftermath story, which takes place after the events of the main story, which was a good idea to have due to the reasons I will explain later. It's great to see key characters in their past selves really talk to each other, and makes it really enjoyable, the story. But now we have a problem. The story is great, but there are some key characters in the story that are unlikable and do not act like themselves. And also some of the characters' backgrounds were retconned here. Perfect example is Queen Sindel, who was playable in the Aftermath story. In the original timeline, she was a caring mother who was under Quan Chi's and Shao Kahn's control, and after Shao Kahn was defeated, she went back and reverted back to her old self, a caring, kind person. In this game, she's pure evil, born evil, and stays evil. And in this one, she pretty much kills her husband King Jarrett and stuff, and just stays evil and stuff. And now the bottoms of the Steel Light, because she was one of my favorite characters next to Sonya Blade and Cassie Cage and Kira, Jade, and Scarlet, and Princess Kitana, and more. And another problem is that the original ending of the story seemed rushed and incomplete due to how it ends before the Aftermath story. It was almost as disappointing as Mass Effect 3's original ending stuff, which was before they fixed it up and everything. And not saying the story is bad because key characters and new returning characters are in this. Just feels somewhat rushed and could have been better, especially just like some of the characters barely get any screen time, and the ending just ends, and then you go to the Aftermath story, which does patch things up a little bit. But a lot of the characters, like at the end, like Cassie Cage and stuff like that, and past Sonya Blade and all them, don't really get a lot of screen time after like 3/4 of the game have ended or so. And it feels just like a lot of these characters can get a lot of care, especially Cassie Cage. She was the main protagonist of Mortal Kombat X. It's sad to see she didn't get as much screen time as this one and stuff, because she was a cool character. And it's just, I'll admit the storyline was better than the story of Mortal Kombat Annihilation storyline, definitely. But yeah, I'm just saying the story isn't bad. It's good, but it could have been better. The presentation for Mortal Kombat 11 has excellent graphics on both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. The character models look very detailed and animated really well, and look very lifelike, especially like the characters like Stallone's Rambo and Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator stuff, because they look like Arnold Schwarzenegger's Stallone and stuff. The environments are also really good, really great looking too, with the lighting and making them very lifelike. And the frame rate does take a few dips, but not that many though. And the cutscenes look excellent almost like you're watching a Mortal Kombat movie that takes place after Mortal Kombat Annihilation done right. And of course, you got the fatalities, the blood, and the gore, which look amazing to this day, especially when they're in slow motion. That makes everything really a lot better too. For sound, I gotta say, great sound. The voice acting is without excellent last time, has improved here. Not that the voice acting was bad in Mortal Kombat X, just that here it's better. And the music is the same as before. Mortal Kombat sounding kind of a little generic, but that's just me though. Gameplay Mortal Kombat 11 is a fun and great game, not without its flaws though. Mortal Kombat 11 gameplay-wise has tons of content to it, tons of characters, gameplay modes, and more. And once again, we have the fatalities and the brutalities here. We also get to see returning characters from the original timeline, like Frost, who's the female male Sub-Zero. We have Scarlet, who's like the red female ninja that was supposed to be in the original Mortal Kombat games, but was scrapped. And seeing characters like Cassie Cage, Sonya Blade, and Frost and Scarlet, and Johnny Cage, and Jackie Briggs, and just like Kung Lao and Liu Kang are here, and Nightwolf and all of them here are back and stuff too. And also, Chronica is a cool ass final boss there too. And you have a bunch of training modes. You have the Tower of the Time mode, where you go through the towers fighting opponents. That's kind of like stuff to get you ready for like the online play, and just like the main mode there. And Mortal Kombat 11 was fun, but I will admit Mortal Kombat X was a little better, and I'll explain why right now on the bad. First off, the story, like how I mentioned that like some of the characters are unlikable in the story, like Queen Sindel, and like how the story feels a little rushed, like how the ending was just not the best. It could have been better, showing what happens with the other characters and stuff. And I will admit that in classic Towers mode and stuff, for each ending, the player you play as narrates what they did and stuff. That's pretty cool. But that's a total topic there. And of course, The microtransactions and loot box pay-to-win system once again is in this game. You need to use time crystals to purchase stuff, which is hard to earn. You basically earn them again flawless victories or leveling up, and you only get like 10 of them and stuff, so you have to pad and pad and pad to get more. Or if you have any PlayStation Network points, just waste not waste that, just spend like $20 or $5 or so to get that. And it also like you seem like you never have enough though in the end. That's the problem. And a lot of locked DLC in the regular version. There's a lot of characters unlocked, and you'll be padding and padding and padding to get them all unlocked. So I recommend getting the Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate because this has almost all the DLC available from the start there. That's pretty much what I gotta say there. Final thoughts. Mortal Kombat 11 is a great game, and if you want some more Mortal Kombat action for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, there's still fun to be had for sure. It just wasn't as good as Mortal Kombat X. I'll be giving it an 8 out of 10 because of the problems I had with it. Still a great game, just Mortal Kombat X did it better. It was like that was like the Empire Strikes Back of the franchise. Here, this like it could be like the Return of the Jedi and stuff, but just that it could have Return of the Jedi was my favorite Star Wars movie. Here, this game could have been better, but still the fun game that cannot be overlooked. And that's pretty much it for my Mortal Kombat Reboot series review. I'm glad you all got to listen to it and watch here, because this goes out to all you Mortal Kombat fans who want to review the Reboot franchise, and you got your wish here. Then we're getting closer to episode 200, and we're coming to the end of the year. So there's gonna be some surprises to surprise you for the end of the year too. So we're gonna look out for those. Just like I got a lot of content here, so be on the lookout for that. And what will episode 198 hold? Yeah, the final that's all I gotta say there. If you like what you see in the video, subscribe, like, comment down below, join my Discord group, TTBurger Game United, my Facebook group, TTBurger Gamers Group, and my Facebook page, TTBurger AA. If you ever want to be in a review or be featured in a video, just let me know and we'll set something up, and just subscribe and comment down below. For all I got to say, this is Tony, peacing out, have a good day, see you all in episode 198, part 1 of whatever game I said do. Take care, everybody.